Hi everybody and welcome to my curriculum night video. My name is Melissa Leone and this is my curriculum night video for our chemistry class. Just a little bit about me. This is my 10th year teaching at Oswego High School. I currently teach chemistry and meteorology. In the past, I've taught biology, chem phys, AP environmental science. I have a bachelor's of science in biology from Illinois State. I have my first master's in curriculum and instruction from Concordia University in Chicago. And I'm currently working on and will graduate this coming May on my master's in differentiated instruction, also from Concordia. Super excited for my differentiated instruction degree because I teach a lot of co-taught classes. So having a differentiated instruction degree is going to help me a lot with really targeting the learning experiences for my students. So I'm really excited. I co-teach 3 chemistry classes. Period 1, I co-teach with John Carlson. Period 2, I co-teach with Melvin Soto. Period 3, I co-teach with Ben Wilson. So they'll be present in all video chats. They'll be taking notes on the side. They'll be checking in with individual students. If there's small group work that needs to be done, tests being read, modified, things like that, as noted in a student's IEP or 504, that's what they will be taking care of, in addition to helping me. And they're really there for all the students. I consider my co-teachers to be also science teachers. So they are going to be helping with breakout sessions and things like that. They can help with students during that student support time from 2 to 3 o'clock if the students need help. So in addition to contacting me, you and your students can also contact them for some help. Period 5, I don't have a co-teacher. It's just me, but it's going to run like all my other class periods. The notes will be the same, tests will be the same, everything like that. I just am doing it all on my own. Important things that I need you guys to know and email me about if you need help. So I say below, but I actually moved the picture to above. So above is an example of how our Google Classroom's set up. If you go to the classwork tab, I organize the assignments weekly, and then each day I post whatever we need for that day. The icons that look like a clipboard with writing, those are assignments, and those are things that the students will be having to turn in. The ones that kind of look like a book here with a bookmark, that is a material. So I might post just some notes that day. So you could see on Thursday, all I posted were the notes we took in class so that if the kids want to go back and review that they can. And I always organize it with the resources for the class up top. That's kind of the catch-all for everything the kids might need during the school year. And then the most current week will always be right below that on Google Classroom. So they shouldn't have trouble finding anything. So here's the resources. Any videos that I make, or the welcome letter, or the week at a glance, that's where the students and you can access the week at a glance. I know as parents, all you guys have access to is sort of the parent summary on Google Classroom, but if you ask your students for their password, you'll be able to go in and access it as if you're them, and you'll see everything. So please utilize the week at a glance. We update it on Mondays. It is subject to change if need be, especially with how remote learning is going, computer and tech issues and things like that. But for the most part, it's pretty spot on to what we'll be doing that week. Just to review some of the finer points of the welcome letter, please only refer to the grades in Tyler. I don't always grade things, even though they get turned in on Google Classroom. I don't grade them through Google Classroom often. So you could get a report saying your kid did absolutely no work, and it's not true at all. If it still says that they didn't turn anything in Tyler, that's when you should worry. But until then, if it's in Google Classroom and there's no grade, don't freak out. Always refer to Tyler first. During remote learning, we're not going to be doing retakes on tests for the obvious reason that students are taking the tests at home on a computer, unless otherwise specified. For example, specified in a IEP. Late work needs to be turned in before the unit ends so that no penalties are incurred. I will put things in the gradebook as missing. So in Tyler, you will see MSNG. That means your student did not turn that assignment in. Once it becomes incomplete or a 0, that can no longer be turned in, okay? And that's to keep students up on top of the work. I understand they have a lot going on, and that's why until the end of that unit, so the unit test, the students can turn things in without penalty. And then we have really 2 categories, 3 including the midterm, which would be 15% of the grade. But anything we do in class, any labs, like the one that the students will watch tomorrow, so Wednesday, the September 9th, and any homework will go in the practice category. That's worth 10% of their overall grade. And then any of the bigger things like tests, quizzes, lab assessments, projects, large activities, stuff that I tell them beforehand, this will go in the big category, that's worth 75% of their grade. If you ever need to contact me, I'm obviously glued to my computer all day. So you can email me at mleone@sd308.org. You can also call my school number. If you leave a voicemail, it'll come to me via my email, and then I can call you back to touch base. If you want to ever contact the co-teachers, I have their names listed and their email addresses so that according to whatever class period, remember 5th period, we don't have one. So you'll just be contacting me. I try to respond to emails almost as soon as I get them. Phone calls are going to be a little bit harder. They probably won't be able to be resolved until after 3 p.m. when student support period is done. But please know that I will always try to get back to you at the very latest within 24 hours. I'm super excited to be working with your kids. I know remote learning is not ideal, but I am doing my absolute best to make sure that I am getting across that curriculum just as I would if I was at school. I even have put a whiteboard in my kitchen where I'm teaching from. So I actually taught the kids last week using my whiteboard. They were taking notes from home. I was using the whiteboard, drawing pictures, took pictures of whatever I drew, posted on Google Classroom. So if you're finding that maybe your student is struggling or you as parents are kind of struggling with keeping up with everything, please email me. It is my job and the job of my co-teachers to make sure that everything runs smoothly for everybody. So the feedback that I get from you guys is super helpful. I look forward to hopefully meeting you all in person one day. But until that time comes, stay safe and know that your kids are in good hands in our chemistry class. Thank you.